Hi, you all. I hope I'm on time. I'm doing this YouTube live after quite a while, and I hope all of you can hear me. Starting off, this is my favorite time of the year as long as makeup purchase and everything else is concerned. And the Sephora VIB Rouge sale has just started. So, if you live in the US, this is not for the sale in Sephora India. So, this is especially in the US. These are some of the products that I have really loved. First things first, if you can, please do sign up for Ebates, and you'll be able to get some cash back. You have a signing bonus. You get $10 when you sign up, and I have given the link on Instagram as well. So that's that sign up, and you'll actually be able to get an additional cash back in addition to Sephora's 15 or 20% off sale. So hello everybody, Pratibha, Akshay, Shalini, everyone. So thanks, Priyadashni. I really love you too. All right. Hi Jennifer and hi Vinita. So I guess Vinita, if you have friends in the US, you can always ask them if they can do you a favor by bringing it to India. Now, let me start off with my recommendations. I've actually written down the list. So let's start with foundation. Some of my favorite foundations, some of these I have actually used, and these are what I'm going to be sharing with you right now. First off, the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I've been using it for quite a while. I've been using it on set. I've been using it on shoots, and I really love using the Mercier. And I recently got the sample of the Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation as well. And I really like how natural and how beautiful it is. And that's one thing that I'm thinking of getting the full size during the sale. Also, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is beautiful. I've loved using it. It's lovely for me. Foundation has to look as close to skin. It has to look as if I'm wearing it but not wearing it. My skin but better sort of feel is what I'm going for as long as foundation is concerned. Also, during my trip to the US last year, I tried on the Surat Beauty foundation, which comes with a brush tip, so you can actually click it and twist it a little bit so that the foundation comes in and you can actually buff the foundation onto your skin. One of the beauty advisors at Sephora helped me use it and I loved it. And the next is, of course, my old favorite, the It Cosmetics CC cream. It's lovely. You can use it. It covers up. It's like full coverage. You can also, if you probably just dot it a little bit across your face, you could also use that. Shalini Uday, a full coverage foundation would be the Fenty Beauty foundation, but I do think that it does leave my skin a bit dry. So that's that. And Shil Shankari, thank you very much. I don't want to be distracted by the comments. I'll make sure that I speak up about the foundation first, and then before I go into the concealer, I'll look at the comments. So also, an expensive foundation, which is the La Mer's foundation, is something that I've been hearing so much about in the beauty community that I see on YouTube. So the La Mer's Luminous Lifting Cushion Foundation with SPF 20 and the refill retails at only $120. So this is something that I cannot buy simply because it's like super expensive. But if you're looking for something that's beautiful, that's in the market, it's a cushion foundation, it looks natural and it's everything else, definitely try the La Mer's cushion foundation. The La Mer's foundation liquid itself, even that is very expensive. I think it's one of the most expensive foundations in the market. If you want to try that, you could try that too. It has a lot of good reviews. Of course, I haven't tried it. Okay. Now, before I go into concealer, oh, Jennifer, audio is not clear. Really? Okay, Sukamanchi Ramakrishna. Hi. Okay. All right. So let me go into the concealer. I have loved using Becca's Aqua Luminous concealer, I think. And then the other one that I really like, which is like soft focus, is the Laura Mercier's Flawless Fusion concealer. This is something that I have used quite a bit. Sometimes when I'm absolutely fine and I'm not too much of sun damage happening on my face, and I can just pat on the concealer just under my eyes a little bit and use a setting powder and then go on my way. There's something that I can do. Also, something that I have really liked recently is a Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. It's such a long name, but that's also something that's really, really lovely. It dries matte, so you do need to moisturize your under eyes quite a bit before you use this particular concealer. And also the old favorite, the Nars concealer, the liquid concealer, is something that I've been using for a very, very long time. Sometimes I have two shades in the Nars concealer, one slightly darker than my skin tone, and one probably one shade lighter than my skin tone to conceal. The darker one I use to contour, so that actually looks like a very, very normal, natural contouring trick that I have learned. So when you want to contour the sides of your nose and your cheekbone and your jaw, you use either a foundation or a concealer, which is just a tad darker than your skin, and that gives a lovely, lovely natural contour. Now, if you go to setting powder, one of my most favorite setting powders is a Laura Mercier's setting powder, translucent setting powder. But one that I have been using recently is actually the Urban Decay's Velvetizer. It's an extremely finely milled powder, and it does not have a flashback. And what I mean by a flashback is when there is flash photography. You've gone to an event, and if it's an evening event, usually I think we all get dressed up for more evening events, and the light doesn't reflect off your under eye, so it doesn't look like you have some ghost happening just under your eyes, and it actually looks good. And I think the Laura Mercier Smooth Focus Setting Powder with Shine Control, that's actually a hard powder. I mean, it's not a loose powder, that's what I mean. So it's more a cake that you find, and I have also liked using it to touch up in between makeup. Sharanya Draga, Rajan, go to full day makeup with affordable products. Video pannunga dear. Okay, I shall do that soon. Katayama pandren. And 2020, hello. Jagadish Kumar, I'm waiting for a couple of packaging products to come through. Once it has, I shall use it. Have you tried Sacha Bitter Cup setting powder? No, I have not tried that, Shalini. Maybe next time. So the Jilgu, Topeto, all of these people are right here. I will show you Potato and Upli and Jillu shortly. All right, for mascara, my favorite ones recently has been the Victoria Beckham Estee Lauder. I think it was a limited edition mascara. I really like it because the wand, especially the brush, is like really thin and can get to the inner corners. It can work on the lower lash line, and I love it. And the Pat McGrath's mascara, the recent one, I love the mascara. It's beautiful. It doesn't make me look like a raccoon. And by raccoon, I mean after you wear your mascara, it doesn't kind of patch to the lower portions of my eyes, and especially here, which you may have noticed that it's happened a little bit today with the mascara that I'm wearing, which is the Charlotte Tilbury's mascara. I kind of blinked quite a bit before the mascara dried. One of the mistakes that I do. I still haven't learned how to go about not doing this rather. The Nars Climax mascara, is it? Let me try that out. All right. Then the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara is something that I've really loved using as well. It really separates your lashes. It doesn't make my lashes look clumpy. So many things like that. Now, Shivashankari Shivarajan, I have actually bought some of my sunscreens from Rasa Beauty, and you would see a lot of these recommendations on my Instagram page, right? One is actually Skin Aqua. The other is the Nivea Sun Gel. You will find it on Rasa Beauty's page. I'm looking for a liquid waterproof eyeliner. All the ones Pat McGrath causes wrinkles. Wrinkles? Where does it cause wrinkles? All right, Shalini Uday, for me, I have really loved using the Pat McGrath's liquid eyeliner. I have loved using the Marc Jacobs, not the Marc Jacobs, sorry. The Benefit Roller Liner is something that I recently found out. I got a sample with the recent purchase. And I loved how one of the biggest things that I loved about the Benefit Roller Liner is that the felt tip is actually pretty long. So you can actually, if you are one of those people who doesn't draw your cat eye or your liner and then you just kind of stamp it, sometimes which is what I do because I don't have a pretty great hand with regard to drawing my liner. So I just stamp by and I saw that I really love the Benefits Roller Liner. So that's something that you could try during this Sephora sale. My old favorite is definitely the Kat Von D's Trooper, but recently I realized that the Trooper that I have, it's now not having as much black pigment, and I don't know, it's very watered down suddenly, and I don't know why. So I'm not sure if I'll actually go back and buy it. I don't know if it's because of the weather or it's probably 3 months old or whatever it is. Another eyeliner that I really like is the Stila Cosmetics eyeliner, and then the Pat McGrath liner. That was the dual tip one. The recent one is also really good. Now, let me quickly. The best drugstore foundation that doesn't oxidize. Okay, I think the Maybelline. There was one that was really good. I shall respond to that in the comments, Deepa. I'll find that one, and that I think the drugstore one you will find it at CVS, and it was brilliant. It was like $5 or something. I also tried it in one of my videos on this channel. So Shalini Uday, one of the things to do to when you want to remove your makeup is use the K-Beauty style double cleanse method. Use an oil first, then use a foam cleanser. The how to go about double cleansing is there on my YouTube channel. You'll find the double cleanse video. So Madhu Achanta, Manigantan, Telugu girl Soumya, hello. 2020 Rahul sir super irukkaru, Portugal la irukkaru, shoot பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்காரு. All right. So moving on, without further ado, let's go to bronzers. Now the Clinique's bronzing stick is something that I really like because it's just like one swipe, and keep going. And the Benefit Hoola bronzer is an old favorite. It's a cult classic. It's an OG, and a lot of people have loved using it. And I actually like the Hoola Light, especially when I don't want a very harsh bronzer. One of the bronzers that I've always used is also the Bobbi Brown's bronzing powder in Golden Light. You would find this on my channel before. And what I do want to try this time, in addition to, of course, the Marc Jacobs Fantastic is something that I also own. I really love it. What I do want to try during the sale is the Fenty Beauty's bronzer. The only catch is that I'm not around and I'm not going to be able to try it on my face. So I don't know what will work for me. Hopefully I'll try that. Now coming to my favorite eyeshadows. My favorite will always be the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette. If there is something that you want to actually, if you're somebody who's into eye makeup, if you're somebody who uses eyeshadows, then the Natasha Denona, her quality, the quantity, and the price, it's actually worth it. Even though you might feel that it's like slightly, actually way more expensive than most other eyeshadow palettes, it kind of makes sense once you see the cost per gram. For this, I would like to recommend that you go watch Stephanie Nicole's video where she explains about various eyeshadow products, their cost per gram, and how it all equals out. And that was one of the biggest reasons that I actually ended up buying the Natasha Denona palette, in spite of the fact that the cost was very steep. Now, what you could try is the Natasha Denona's. If you're looking for a neutral palette, I'm thinking I'll probably check out the Biba palette. The gold palette, the star palette, and the sunset palette are my favorites. I don't own the star palette because I own the green brown palette of Natasha Denona, the 28 pan one. But the sunset palette is by far my most favorite. And of course, the gold palette is of use to me and I have used it. If you're a professional makeup artist and you want to use really high quality shadows, another choice is the Viseart's eyeshadow palettes. They're also on the expensive side. Their mattes are truly beautiful, super blendable, and that's something that was very. They got the formula right, especially during a time when people couldn't do much of their blending with matte eyeshadows. The Natasha Denona line also has a safari palette, but I'm not too drawn to it because perhaps it's more cool toned, and I don't really need the safari palette is what I think. If you also want a singular black eyeshadow, do check out the Natasha Denona's blackest black eyeshadow. You can use it as an eyeliner. You can use it as a brilliant black eyeshadow, especially when you want to smoke out, some of your neutral or any sort of a look, right? I think Natasha Denona's black is also in the Biba palette. She's put it in. She's actually put it in. I saw it in one of her tutorials. I'm not sure if it's the same blackest black though. Now, if you're also in the market looking for some if you collect eyeshadow palettes and if you're looking for something that's nice, but again, still it's pretty expensive, the Pat McGrath's eyeshadow palettes are something that you can look for. Otherwise, I would definitely suggest that if you're starting off with eyeshadow palettes, you will have to start off, and even otherwise, I would say ColourPop's eyeshadows are something that I constantly reach for, in spite of the fact that I have expensive eyeshadow palettes with me. I collect makeup; it's become like some sort of a hobby. So, despite that, ColourPop's eyeshadow qualities are fantastic. They don't retail from Sephora anymore, but they're very, very, very affordable. You'll find 12 pan palettes for $16, and I have used their eyeshadow palettes so many times for my shoots. Um, Also, the Huda Beauty's Desert Dusk, which is available with Sephora. The Tartlet and Bloom palette is something that's very, very nice for a nice daytime, or sometimes you could use it for an evening outlook as well. That is one of the first eyeshadow palettes that I bought, the Tartlet in Bloom. And this is something that I've also said earlier. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance is an old classic. If you want to start somewhere with a good, high quality eyeshadow palette, then start with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, let me see. Is Huda Beauty overhyped? Hmm. I don't think it's overhyped. I think Huda Beauty has come from being a beauty influencer to creating her own line of products. I think it depends on where each eyeshadow palette gets made. For me, the highest quality shadows have definitely been Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, and Vizia for their matte shadows. Now, there was another question that I saw. Prashanti, is bronzing same as contouring? Clearly not, because even I was under the impression that bronzing is same as contouring. But contouring is, I guess, when you can actually create these shadows and lines and blur out some angles and things like that. This is what a lot of senior makeup artists talk about. Um, Bronzing is something that I think it kind of makes sense for a lot more people. I think out who are completely white, fair skinned, and they need that color of that sun kissed color happening, which is why the bronzing or the concept of bronzing even came about, is what I think. But I'm not an expert. I'm still a newbie with regard to makeup. So for this, Prashanti, I definitely suggest that you check out some of the senior makeup artists on YouTube. Just check out Patrick Ta or how they go about explaining what bronzing and contouring is all about. Sephora also has videos where they explain what bronzing and contouring is all about. Now, coming to blush, the Nars cheek palette is something that I've always had. I've had both. I gave one away, and I have the other one in which the highlighting shade called Sand is also there. I think it's a Nars cheek palette too. I've loved using it. I've used it over time, and it's lovely. Also, if you're looking at cream blushes, the Bite Beauty Multi Stick in Papaya has been one of my favorites. It's an organic brand, and I've loved watching them. Making videos. They put out these videos on Instagram of how they go about making the lipsticks and the multi sticks and stuff like that. What I was also very curious about last time when I saw it at Sephora in the US is I'm not sure if I should say Kaha or Kaya or Kaja, right? So I'm not too sure. So the spelling is Kaja. So let me just think it's Kaha, all right? So it's the Kaha's cheeky stamp. So it has a nice, cute, heart-shaped stamp that you can go just pop like that, and then you can just blend it out. It's more like a liquid, creamish sort of a blush that you can actually work. The RMS Beauty Lip to Cheek Tint is also something that I have loved using, an organic clean beauty brand. And I've also loved using that highlighter, which is my next thing that I'm going to be suggesting. The RMS Beauty Living Luminizer is something that's beautiful. It has a lovely, when you can actually wear your sunscreen, pack your under eye with a little bit of a setting powder, use the highlighter onto your, the top of your cheekbones, and then also maybe use the RMS Beauty's lip to cheek tint, or the Kosas Beauty color and light creme blush and highlighter duo. That's also something that I love using. And these are some of the stuff that I actually reach out for when I'm doing a more everyday, simple, more fresh sort of a look, very similar to what you're seeing right now. I'm not wearing a blush right now. All that I've done is I've used a Laura Mercier's concealer right under my eyes. I've used the Urban Decay's velvetizing powder to velvetizer, sorry, to pack under my eyes. I've used the Charlotte Tilbury's mascara, and what I'm wearing is the Pat McGrath's Omi, the matte trans lipstick Omi, and I'm not wearing a blush. So that's that. Now for lipstick. Kosas Beauty's lipsticks are some things that I actually came across when I was looking for some clean beauty brands and organic beauty brands, and I found it on Instagram. I bought two of their lipsticks and their color and light creme blush. I've loved using it. Just that I think the blush and highlighter duo is not is having some little bit of trouble in Chennai's and Hyderabad's heat. So I find it in a lot more of a creamy texture than a little more of a solid, if you know what I mean. So that's one. The Pat McGrath's matte trans, Luxe trans, and even her lip glosses. I'm a huge fan of Pat McGrath's lipsticks. I'll probably build one temple for her or something. But I love her work. I love her products. Yes, they are expensive, but once you use the Pat McGrath, you know what I'm talking about. Also, something that I think I should buy is the Fenty Beauty Stunner lip paint. Her lip paints are also brilliant. I love it. Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lip paints are lovely as well. One of my other favorites that I use and I constantly use is the YSL's lip stain and the matte liquid lipstick. It's beautiful. It's non-transfer, and when it fades out, it has a lovely, lovely, lovely tint as it fades out through the day. The Too Faced Melted Matte collection, the entire line is also lovely. I have a few of the shades. I think something called Undone, I think, is one of my favorites. Hoola Beauty's matte liquid lipsticks are also some of my favorites. An independent brand that has come into Sephora is Jouer, Jouer, and I have used their eyeshadow palette and their liquid lipsticks from their website before, but now they're on Sephora, so you can check them out as well. They're a small, independent, growing company. I also want to be checking out Lawless soft matte lipstick and the Bite Beauty's Outburst Longwear lipstick. Now I have tried Bite Beauty's Amour's Bouche lipsticks and lip glosses as well. And now for the lip liners, these are some things that if you're more into your professional stuff, a lip liner, I always thought that a lip liner was unnecessary, but I realized that for the longevity of your lipstick and your lip gloss, a lip liner is very, very, very important, especially when you're shooting or if you're out and if you want your lipstick to stay longer. So the Pat McGrath's lip liner and the Bite Beauty's lip liner are beautiful. Check it out, okay? Even otherwise, I think if you are looking for lip liners, I think you could also check out MAC's entire line. I have used MAC's lip liners as well. Now, skincare. The Ole Henriksen's Banana Bright Cream is something that you can check out from Sephora. Use that under your use that as an under eye cream before you wear your concealer, or just go with it on its own. It's actually pretty lovely. I have used that to moisturize my under eyes before I wear makeup. What I have been recently using is the Sunday Riley A+ Retinol Haibo Serum. This is something that if you have started using acids in your skincare, like lactic acid and glycolic acid, alpha hydroxy and beta hydroxy acids in your skincare, then, and if you're thinking of retinol, this is a good place to start. I have really liked using it. Word of caution: if you are pregnant or thinking of having babies, this is not you should not be using products with retinol. That's what they say. Now, Dr. Dennis Gross's ferulic acid plus retinol, again, this is a brightening solution. I've also liked using it. It also comes with an eye serum. I mean, there is also an eye serum in the same ferulic acid and retinol combination. You could use that as well for your under eyes. And one of my old favorites has been the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peel. That is an alpha hydroxy acid, and that is it has a cleansing cloth, and then the AHA comes in. It can be extremely stinky, and if your skin is sensitive, you'll have to choose a sensitive skin option. There is one as well. What I do want to try this time is the Sol de Janeiro's My Soul Stick with SPF 50. I heard it has a very, very strong scent. I'm going to try it out and see if it is coming any close to the sunsticks that I have used from Korea. For hair care, now, The Ordinaries multi-peptide serum for hair care is something that I'm going to try. Apparently, it's good for hair density and stuff like that. So I'm definitely, a candidate which can find out if it helps hair density or not. The Olaplex. This is something that I figured out also during my trip to the US. Olaplex is wonderful. A lot of people with damaged, color treated, extremely distressed hair swear by the Olaplex. They swear by the treatments. I think they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 and 2 is only an in salon treatment. 3, 4, and 5 is stuff that you can actually do at home. 3 is some sort of a conditioning. It's an at-home hair mask. 4 and 5 are shampoo and a conditioner, and 6 is now a leave-in conditioner, which has just been recently been released. And I'm looking forward to using the number 6 as well. I have used the Olaplex whenever I am not using my usual herbal, stuff, and I really, really like using it. Also, what I do want to try this time is the Living Proof's full thickening cream. I saw a photograph of somebody using the thickening cream and then blow drying, and then they're having this mega lovely Brigade Bardo sort of volume. So I want to try out if that kind of works, because I really love the Living Proof's full dry volume blast. Also, now the Way is another brand that I have loved using. I have liked their texturizing spray. I think the Wave texturizing spray, and the Wave's memory mist is also another heat treatment, heat protecting sort of a spray that I have used, and also it kind of sets your hairstyle. And finally, tools. If you're looking for something that's very, very fancy as a hair towel. Oh, I'm going to be putting it down below. I've been seeing a lot of comments and a lot of posts about it on Instagram, where they're talking about this towel which kind of dries your time, hair drying time into half. So if you have really dense hair, curly hair, and if you want a really good, lovely hair drying sort of a cloth, or a tool, a hair tool. It's not a tool per se, it's more a fabric. You could check that out. I'm going to leave it down in the comment below. It's very silly of me to not remember what that is. Of course, for me, I think that Kerala Tundu works best, I think. Also, we have sunlight, enough sunlight to dry all this, so we are fine. Now, if at all you want it, if at all you want such an expensive piece, you can check out the Dyson Airwrap. And each time I suggest something like that's like super expensive, it my childhood me is like, how can you do this sort of a thing happens. But I'm also of the I believe that if there is something that a lot of time and a lot of research has gone into, um, whenever one can afford it, which is also why I don't own it, but I know that I tried it. I borrowed it from a friend for the sake of a video. You will find the Dyson Airwraps review video, that in comparison to other hair tools, all of that I have done on this channel, so you can check it out. But if you're looking for something like the Dyson Airwrap, and especially the Dyson's hair dryer is a cult favorite. It's an OG. A lot of people use it, so you can check out. And if you want to gift someone really special, who actually has a use for it, right? Then they'll really like it. And the Dyson Airwrap is lovely, right? Also, the Tangle Teaser. There are different types. If you have sensitive hair that's prone to breakage, you can check out the Tangle Teaser. And of course, the mother of all makeup tools, the Beauty Blender. Please check out the Beauty Blender. If you want that, you could check it out. The other one also, I have also told you that I love the Eco Tools blender, which I have found. It's a pack of two that I have found it at Ulta Beauty. So of course that they are not on sale. Sephora's on sale. So which is why I'm talking about this. As for brushes, I'm not. You can check my videos before. Each time I have done a Sephora VIB Rouge sale recommendation. You could check that out as well. But recently I have been actually gravitating a lot towards Sigma's. I just watched them. So Sigma's tools are really, really nice. And one of my favorite concealer brush and foundation brush is from Zoeva. Zoeva. This is something that's really soft. This is very, very gentle for under eye. I have loved using this and the foundation brush. It's almost like um, the softest paw of a newborn puppy, right? If you have that touch your face, you know what it's like. Anyway, that's that. If you guys have any questions, I shall answer them now. Chemical peels. Priya Sagar, I don't know about chemical peels. One, because I'm not a dermatologist. I don't see why a lot of people are advocating chemical peels even when it's not necessary for some people's skin, and it gives them a lot more side effects. So please, just like you would take like some 4 opinions for a medical issue, take 5 opinions for a chemical peel. Please don't mess up your skin. Hi Akka, please suggest a kajal which is smudge proof. Oh yes, the Kat Von D's lash liner is lovely. If you want to try out a lash liner which does not irritate your eyes, especially for me, I have extremely sensitive eyes. Everything and anything can irritate my eyes, which is why something that really works for someone else doesn't work for me. Because after a point in time, my eyes start burning. So, so if you're looking for a smudge proof kajal sort of a thing, you can check out the Kat Von D's lash liner. Otherwise, locally, see the kajal is not smudge proof. It's not supposed to be smudge proof also. The Soul Trees kajal in different colors is also nice. You could check it out. If you want to prevent your kajal from smudging, one of the ways to do it is that apply an eye cream or something like that, and then set your cream with translucent powder. And even if your kajal smudges a little bit, it won't look bad. It's something that I learned. Jennifer, talk one word in Tamil. Okay. The reason why இந்த வீடியோ வந்து நான் வந்து தமிழ்ல பேசாம இங்கிலீஷ்ல பேசுறேன் அப்படின்னா, இது வந்து செஃபோரால இருக்கிற ஒரு சேல் பத்தி பேசிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். அதனாலதான். Madhi, hey, can you do a video on ways to remove nose whites? Okay, if you're talking about whiteheads, you can actually use the Cosrx alpha hydroxy acid, and you can also do the double cleanse method on a daily basis. You'll find this on my YouTube channel. Check it out. Sorry, Kana, 2020, this is about a sale that's happening in the US, and that's why. Video on how to clean brushes. Okay, now how I go about cleaning brushes, Shweta, is that I usually have a lot of these eyeshadow brushes and things like that. I mix a little bit of Dettol and then Johnson's Baby shampoo, or even any other shampoo that you use for your hair is enough. Just use your hand. You can just go about doing this, and then it will clean itself. And then just dip it in water. Just make sure that the water, you don't dip your brush into water beyond this. Otherwise, I believe it kind of damages your brush. And then lay it out. And considering you live in India, it will air dry automatically. BRS. My issue with Biotique, I'm sure they are a great brand. I'm sure they have done a lot of work, but I don't find 100%, they don't have an entire list of their ingredients, and some of the things I don't know what is there. Sometimes when I calculate the number of ingredients that have gone into their products, it doesn't add up to 100%. So I don't know what is there. I don't know what the rest of the 50%, the 60%, or the 70% is in their products. So I'm not too keen about something that I don't know what is in there, right? So that's that. Now, best liquid highlighter or powder, liquid blush or powder blush. I have texture, skin deep, scarring kind of skin. Okay, the best liquid highlighter, rather than, I think if you could probably even check out a cream highlighter. The Kosas Beauty's highlighter, the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer, or if you're looking for a powder, the Anastasio Beverly Hills is hands down one of the best highlighting powders ever. If you're looking for something more gentle, you'll find the Nars Sand, which is a lovely illuminating powder. The Fenty Beauty's illuminating powder is also very, very nice. Liquid blush, I think you could probably check out some of the suggestions that I have said a little earlier. And Tamil Adagi, நீங்கள் முதல்ல வந்து சன்ஸ்கிரீன் யூஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கலாம். அப்புறம் தினமும் டபுள் கிளென்ஸ், அதாவது முதல்ல வந்து உங்கள் முகத்தை வந்து ஒரு எண்ணெய் வச்சு, நீங்கள் மேக்கப் போடுறீங்களோ போடலையோ, கண்ணில் வந்து மை போடுறீங்களோ போடலையோ, தினம் வெளியில் போயிட்டு வந்தீங்கனாலும் போகலையோ, தினமும் வந்து ஒரு எண்ணெயை வச்சு உங்கள் ஃபேஸ் வந்து மசாஜ் பண்ணிவிட்டு, அப்புறம் அந்த எண்ணெயை தினமும் ஒரு 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 நல்ல ஒரு ஜென்டில் ஃபேஸ் வாஷ் வச்சு, சோப் இல்லை, ஜென்டில் ஃபேஸ் வாஷ் வச்சு உங்கள் ஃபேஸ் வந்து வாஷ் பண்ணிங்கன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி கொஞ்சம் வந்து ஆஸ் டைம் கோஸ் things will become better. Please use your sunscreen. All of that simple. Okay, Priya Babu, I haven't used too much of Face Shop's products, but I have used Innisfree's sunscreens. I have used their tea tree essence. I have loved using it. I have used their sheet masks as well, and you could definitely try them because their store is pretty much here in Chennai. Completely unrelated, but you're my superhero. Thanks, Tharani. My hair is very thin, man. Okay. Okay, Matt's tricks. My hair is also thin. Okay. It just looks like I have massive, thick hair and all that. It's nothing like that. But please remember, a lot of how our hair is genetic. But if your hair was healthy and it has become thin now, you'll have to figure out the water that you're washing your hair with. You will find a video. I think on this channel on hair care, and otherwise you can check out the highlights on my Instagram page. Uh, Change the water that you wash your hair. Include green leaf, spinach, kira. All of this should be in your daily diet. All of this makes a difference to your hair. You must have protein. All of this will add to it. Deepa Suresh. Deepa, if you're in your 30s, then I think you could also, just DM me on Instagram. I can probably give you a couple of suggestions on what might work because I'm also in my 30s. Could you please review the Kama Ayurveda products? You will find the review, Kama Ayurveda review, on my YouTube channel, and I love their rose water. It's lovely. Um, Yes, Prashanti Rajan, LA Girl. LA Girl is that is a foundation that I really liked. I think it was $5. It was lovely. Jennifer, basic makeup வந்து இந்த சேனல்லே இருக்கு, கொஞ்சம் பழைய வீடியோஸ்ல இருக்கு. ஸ்கின் கேர் ரிவ்யூஸ் தமிழ். ஸோ பட்ஜெட் ஸ்கின் கேர் ரொட்டீன் வந்து நீங்கள் எப்படி ஆரம்பிக்கலாம்னா, நீங்கள் கட்டாயமாக வந்து சன்ஸ்க்ரீன் அண்ட் டபுள் கிளென்சிங் மட்டும் நீங்கள் டெய்லி பண்ணால் போருங்க. நான் வந்து நீங்கள் 10,000 கணக்கில் 20,000 கணக்கில் பண்ணியாதான் ஆகணும்லாம் நான் சொல்லவே இல்லை. உங்களால் என்ன முடியும்னா ஈஸிலி டெஃபினெட்லி நீங்கள் சன்ஸ்க்ரீன் யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுங்கிறது உங்களோட ஸ்கின்க்கும் நல்லது, ஹெல்த்துக்கும் நல்லது. ஸ்கின் ஹெல்த்துக்கு சொல்கிறேன், ஜென்ரல் ஹெல்த்துக்கு இல்லை. ஸ்கின் ஹெல்த்துக்கு நல்லது. சன்ஸ்க்ரீனுங்கிறது இட்ஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் த மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஆன்டி ஏஜிங். அதாவது இந்த ரிங்கிள்ஸ்லாம் வராமல் இருக்கிறதுக்கு, இந்த லைன்ஸ் எல்லாம் வராமல் இருக்கிறதுக்கு சன்ஸ்கிரீன் ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய காரணம். ஏன்னா நம்மளோட ஸ்கின் ஏஜ் ஆகிறதுக்கு ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய காரணம் வந்து சன் அண்ட் யூவி டேமேஜ் வேற, அல்ட்ரா வயலட் ரேஸோட டேமேஜ் வேற. ஸோ சன்ஸ்கிரீன் ஒரு நல்ல குவாலிட்டி சன்ஸ்கிரீன் யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க தினைக்கும். ஒவ்வொரு நாள் ராத்திரியும் ஒரு நல்ல எண்ணெய், ஒரு தேங்காய் எண்ணெய், நல்லெண்ணெய், செக்கில் ஆட்டின எண்ணெய் மாதிரி அது ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு ஆர்கானிக் எண்ணெய் வச்சு ஃபேஸ் வந்து மசாஜ் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறமா அதை வந்து வாஷ் பண்ணிங்கன்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்லி உங்களோட ஃபேஸில் ஒரு டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் சரியா இருக்கும். Definitely. PVL Sahi. Okay. Now I have a problem with talking about skin whitening because I think it's a problem with Indian culture and obsession with white skin. But I understand why our society works this way and why people keep asking this. If you're looking at something, one of the first things that you can do is prevent sun damage, right? So that itself will take care of the health of your skin and the complexion and your glow and all of this. Use a good quality sunscreen. You will find some suggestions on my Instagram channel. That is one. Try double cleansing on a daily basis. That will also help your skin. ஜெனிஃபர், நான் வந்து எனக்கு இன்ஸ்டாகிராமில் டிஎம் பண்ணுங்க, நான் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு லிஸ்ட் கொடுக்குறேன். ஸ்கின் அக்வா, நிவ்யா, சஞ்சல், இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்கு. ஐ வில் கிவ் யூ த ஸ்டோர் ஃப்ரம் வேர் யூ கேன் ஆக்சுவலி பை இட். Well, that's about it. I think this video has been extremely long. It's 38 minutes and 5 seconds. That's about it. And I really, really hope. Oh, Pixie products. I haven't used anything, but I heard the glow tonic is lovely. But I don't think Pixie products are there in your in Sephora. Trinita Reena. My question is I'm sorry. My lipstick is the Pat McGrath's Omi. Mayura collections. Yes, you can. Nothing wrong. I use the Nalpamaradithalam actually. Will you please tell me if Sulvasu serum or Anisha Rayapati, Sulvasu serum for what exactly is the question? Do you have a specific concern that you want to address? Because K-Beauty actually works with serums for different concerns. So if it is something that you can actually, if it's more moisture, if it's more, maybe if you're in your 30s and you're not planning a baby, you can think of incorporating acids and retinol into your skincare. Jennifer, that's really sweet. Sai Kiran Malle. Burt's Bees makeup products have had a little bit of an issue because they ended up leaving my. Then I used their lip balms initially when I bought them. They ended up leaving my lips a little darker. I don't know why though, but that's that. Tamil Adagi body shop products வந்து நான் நிறைய யூஸ் பண்ணது இல்லைங்கம்மா. ஸோ எனிவே இந்த பர்டிகுலர் வீடியோ வந்து செஃபோரால இருக்கிற சேலை பற்றி தான். பவித்ரா ராவ் தேங்க்ஸ் பேபி. ஆல் ரைட். 2020 உங்க பேரை தான் நிறைய தடவை சொல்லிட்டேனே. உங்க பேர் இப்படி போட்டீங்கன்னா நான் உங்க பேர் என்னன்னு தெரியாம எப்படி சொல்லுது. ஓகே, அனிஷா ராய்பட்டி, டீஹைட்ரேட்டட் அண்ட் ட்ரை ஸ்கின். Okay, so in which case, if you've started using the Nalpamradi Thailam, then that, and then using a foam cleanser, and definitely using sunscreen on a daily basis, I'll give you a couple of other recommendations that you may or may not try. Up to you. Figure it out. That's that. If anybody has any more important, any good lip balm suggestions, Harika Sunkari. If it is from Sephora, I heard the White Beauty's Agave lip balm is very, very good. Buddy Sushma, I'm still waiting for, because I want to do everything legally. Anything to do with the Indian government and paperwork will always take time. So I'm still waiting and waiting and waiting. Actually, a lot of everything is ready, basically. Just waiting to, the moment we have some permissions in place, we will immediately go live. Don't worry. One eye palette for beginners available in Sephora. Trinita, that would be... If you're looking for an eye palette for beginners, why don't you buy the ColourPop's eyeshadow? It's inexpensive. It's great quality. It is lovely stuff. I have used it all the time. I think you should start with ColourPop. Ramati Sadala. I agree. They are expensive, but sometimes, you know, when you're looking for, okay, if I have a brush, I'm going to keep doing this. If you're looking for quality, if you're looking for something that's gone through stringent tests and things like that, yes. I have also critiqued a lot of these brands when, you know, when they say, just say Ayurveda for the heck of it, and things like that. You would have found, you will find these videos on my channel as well. But when something is really good, and you've got to pay the price whenever we can. Actually, we can wait and we can buy it when it's right. Don't experiment with your skin and put wrong things on your skin. Is would be my only thing. My hair is weak and has more Neela Bringadi and Khadi shampoo. Taking care of my diet too. I can't get rid of. Can you try changing your water, Priyadarshini? Perhaps that is a problem. You can probably wash your hair with purified water. And if the hair fall is not going, perhaps you need to take some of these tests, these lipid tests and thyroid tests, to see if it has anything to do with your hormones as well. Anmisha Bondili, sorry. The best inexpensive makeup brushes come from Morphe. Some of them are $1, $2, $3, and you can actually start learning from them. And once you can start affording good quality brushes, I would definitely start asking you to check out Sigma, but much later. But you can start with Morphe. But even otherwise, Morphe is also really good. It's not about how much money you spend sometimes when, you know, eventually, you know, all these makeup brushes are perhaps made by the same guy in some country, and then they're just labeled by somebody else. You know, that's the point. Dehydrated and dry skin. All right. So I'll send Anisha. Let me just. Why don't you just DM me on Instagram? I'll quickly tell you a couple of suggestions that you can actually try. And if that's that, oh, Manasa, can you suggest a good moisturizer for dry skin? Are you in India or in the US? I think any more questions you guys can actually ask me on Instagram DM. I shall always answer them, as you all know. I hope you have a great time. Be responsible when you're spending, but don't ever have guilt when you spend for yourself. Don't be guilty about wearing makeup. Don't be shamed into, you know, when people say, oh, you're wearing makeup, but you're beautiful even otherwise. We all know we are beautiful even otherwise. But wearing makeup, doing whatever we want with our face is our choice. And to wear makeup and not be shamed is also our choice. You can wear your red lipstick, you can wear your mascara, you can wear your kajal, or you don't have to wear any of this. You can be, you can look any which way you want, as long as you're happy. Keep yourself happy. Be guilt-free about being happy. Buy one of these things, or maybe buy 2 or 3 of these. Be extremely, extremely happy. Remember that women have always had to think about everything else and everybody else and not spending on ourselves and stuff like that. I think it's time we let go of that. Spend on yourself. Of course, we all have to be responsible, and we know that as well. Spend on yourself, be responsible, but don't have any guilt on spending on yourself. Don't have any guilt on self-care. Don't have any guilt on skincare. Don't have any guilt on wearing makeup. Don't have any guilt on leaving your hair loose or wearing sleeveless or tank tops or tight clothes or short clothes. Whatever makes you happy, be happy always. I wish all of you, whoever is watching this, all the joy, all the happiness, all the good health, all the prosperity, and all the happiness that you ever want. May God always, because I believe in God. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. But otherwise, may you all always, always, always be healthy, happy, and may you all be a part of a lovely, lovely, lovely society. And before I leave, in India, treatment for dark circles, please, there is the videos there on my channel. You can actually start using the Dabbur's castor oil. It's a great way to start. Just make sure that you're not covering your head when you're sleeping. And one of the reasons for dark circles to appear is also dehydration and lack of oxygen. So figure it out. Make sure that you're sleeping in a well ventilated room. Best shampoo for silky hair. What did I lose that? I'm not sure about Cetaphil cream, but the Sushma. Amisha, I think Fresh Beauty is nice. I just don't go and actively buy them. All right. I saw something about silky hair or oily hair. I may have missed that comment. Best shampoo. See, if your hair texture is something that is also genetic, you're born with it. You'll have to work around it. My hair is silky. Sometimes I wish it weren't, right? So all of us want curly hair. We want hair that's not like our own style. So just remember that. Be happy and probably buy shampoos or hair products for your hair type so that you can actually wear around it. If you want to make it silkier and some stuff like that, you have these tools, these straighteners and stuff like that. So that's there. Baby Hadassah. At some point in time, I think you'll have to be happy with how your hair is, because I sometimes, all of us with straight hair actually go and damage our hair by curling it and stuff like that. So work around your hair. You can look brilliant with your curly hair as well. Once in a while, maybe you can use your hair straightener with the proper heat protectants, and don't do it too much so that your hair doesn't get damaged. Okay, Vishnu is asking to sing Yamuna Yatrile, so I'll sing that and leave. யமுனையாற்றிலே ஈரக்காற்றிலே கண்ணனோடுதானாட பாவை போத்திட பார்வை பார்த்திட பாவை ராதையோ வாட இரவும் போனது பகலும் போனது மன்னன் இல்லையே கூட இளைய கண்ணியின் இமைத்திடாத கண் இங்கும் அங்குமே தேட ஆயப்பாடியில் கண்ணன் இல்லையோ ஆசை வைப்பதே அன்பு தொல்லையோ ஆயப்பாடியில் கண்ணன் இல்லையோ ஆசை வைப்பதே அன்பு தொல்லையோ பாவம் ராதா. So, when you actually don't wear the right mascara, your face and your eyes will end up looking like Jillos, like this raccoon eyes. You see, but Jillo's cute. How to buy products in Sephora? Amma, beginning the questions starting. Pavitra Rao, how do I reapply sunscreen every 4 hours? Gothamista, who is a skincare guru, who is brilliant, has a great video on that. You could check it out. And then, can you explain to people how to buy products in Sephora, because there are a lot of brands? This Jansi, this was a recommendation on stuff that you can buy. A lot of people at Sephora are very, very, especially the employees, are extremely helpful. They give you stuff that will work for your skin. All right. Anyway, that's that. Thank you very much for your patience. This video is almost 49 minutes long. Take care. I wish you all the love and happiness and joy and good health and peace of mind. May you all be prosperous. Bye. Okay, how do I end this?